Hi there, Literacy Squad. Welcome back to the channel Literacy 101. In today's video, we will explore reading miscues. There are some errors that our little ones will make while learning to read and reading to learn. These errors are called reading miscues. Let us look at some of them. Reading miscues are repetition, substitution, insertion, reversal, omission, and correction. When a student is reading orally, he or she will sometimes add a new word or words to the sentence. For example, the big brown dog, rather than reading what is written in the text, which says the brown dog. This is called insertion. So you see where the student inserted the word big in the sentence. Now it could be that your student or your child has a very good concept imagery, and so while reading they might be picturing that dog, and so he or she will insert a new word just to describe the picture that he or she is building. However, as a teacher or a homeschool parent, it is your duty to point out this miscue in order for your student to self-correct. Next, we have omission. Now, sometimes our students are reading, right? And you realize that they just keep leaving out or omitting words. So as a teacher or homeschool parent, you should be following these students while they are reading. You too should have the same material that the student is using to read from. If resources are limited, you can shadow a student and just look at the text while they are reading, because our students or children will be sure to omit words while they are reading. And so, for example, the student might read, the cup is red, rather than what is actually written in the text, which says the plastic cup is red. It could be that the student was unable to decode the word plastic, and so they don't bother to go through the trouble. They just omit the word, just pretend as if it was not there. It could also be an overlook. The student could be, his or her eyes could be going over the word so fast that they genuinely did not see the word plastic. Whatever the case may be, it is your duty to point out the error to your student so that he or she will make self-correction. And notice I did not say the parent or the teacher should correct the student, but you should creatively point out the error, point out the miscue, so that your student can self-correct. Another reading miscue is substitution. This is where the reader will say a different word to the one in the text. For example, your reader might read, my fun toy is a truck, rather than what is actually in the text that says, my favorite toy is a truck. So for some reason, the reader substitute the word favorite and use the word fun instead. So, many factors can contribute to the reason why readers substitute. However, it is the educator's responsibility or the facilitator's responsibility to point out this error in order for the student or the reader to self-correct. Next, we have repetition. This is another reading miscue. This is basically repeating a particular word or even a portion of a passage as it is read. For example, the reader might read, I love riding my new bike. And you see where the word love was repeated. Another reading miscue is correction. This is where the student will make an error while reading. However, they will quickly correct their mistake. So, while reading a big mango tree, the student is able to self-correct and see that the text actually says, oh, a big Julie mango tree. Then we have reversal. And reversal is basically switching the order of words as they read. So a reader might read tip for pit, or they might substitute the d sound with the b sound while they are reading. Again, it is the instructor's duty or responsibility to point out these errors in order for the reader to self-correct. So much for your time. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. See you in our next video. Adios.